Now you know why they call it the rhino, Voss said. Owen Quarry didn't answer. He wrapped a shirt over his eyes to keep out the light and curled into a fetal position on his bunk, letting the dry prison air wick the sweat from his skin. His mind wandered to green places, earthly fields far from his cell and farther away from his body, which still felt the high-gravity vice of the rhino, like the rolling shock waves from a bomb. Voss's voice drifted in from the vent above his head, and it didn't matter whether Quarry responded or not. Voss was a talker. "I know the dude who named it," the inmate said. "Baltkin, a lifer, a freaking Russian rapist. They threw him in that gravity ring for a whole day after he tried to shiv a guard with a sharpened toothbrush. He came out, and his eyes were red. I mean, all red. The high G's blew out his capillaries, you know?" Quarry stayed silent. He thought he might be having a heart attack. The rhythms were way off, an odd time signature beating against his aching ribs. Thump, ba-thump, ba-thump, thump. He sank into a flashback as he tried to ignore the erratic pulse. A recon mission a few years back in one of the many gorges that cut through the Appalachian Mountains. When a hillside soaked by monsoon rain had collapsed on him and another scout, they were buried for 10 minutes before their squad dug them out. Quarry survived because his head lodged in the prop roots of a birch tree, leaving a small gap between his mouth and the slurry of the landslide. The other grunt drowned in the mud, all that dirt and rock smothering them, and the smell of wet, wormy earth up in his nostrils. "Yeah, Baltkin," Voss intoned again, flinching Quarry back to the present. "He was gone for a week afterward. I mean, freaking gone. Couldn't talk, couldn't eat. The guards were roughing him up 'cause he was shitting his pants. When he finally came to and we asked him how it was, you know what he said?" Quarry didn't respond because Voss wasn't really asking. He was just setting up the punchline. "He said it was like having a rhinoceros sit on your chest for a whole damned day. He said he'd kill himself before getting thrown back in there. Suicide by guard or something. And that was it. We started calling it the rhino.